He's dreaming about you, because your soul is finally ready. These words aren't just a title, they are a sacred confirmation meant for you right now. If this message found you, it's not a coincidence. Your energy called it forth. Before we go deeper, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. That simple action helps you stay connected to divine guidance and to every message your soul needs to hear on this twin flame journey. You've been wondering why the dreams feel so vivid, so emotional, almost as if he's right there with you. It's not your imagination. The truth is, your soul has crossed a threshold. You're ready to remember. And as you awaken, your energetic frequency begins to whisper into his dreams, into his spirit, pulling him closer, whether he understands it or not. There was a time when he didn't feel you. Not because he didn't care, but because you were still learning how to carry your light. You were still healing. But now you've reclaimed parts of your soul. And in doing that, you've become magnetic again. Your inner glow has become impossible for him to ignore in the spiritual realms. He doesn't know why he's crying in his sleep. He doesn't understand the ache in his chest or the sudden sense of longing. But you do. You feel the echo. That ache is the bridge between you both. And while he may not see your face clearly, your energy has wrapped around him like a soft wind that won't leave. You're not chasing him. You never were. You were simply responding to the pull of your destiny. That silent call that no one else hears, but your soul recognized from lifetimes before. That's why it hurts and heals at the same time. Because every tear is your spirit remembering. This pain you've carried wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every heartbreak, every silence, every unanswered prayer has shaped the woman you are now. A woman who is strong enough to love deeply without fear, and who no longer confuses absence with rejection. As your soul grows, so does your influence in his life, even from afar. You may not speak, but your presence speaks volumes in his dreams. He feels you in music, in shadows, in moments of stillness. He doesn't know why, but he feels safe when you show up in his mind. You didn't force this connection. You honored it. You let go of control. And in that sacred release, something miraculous began to unfold. The energetic tide turned. He started to search for what his spirit already knows. You. You are not just someone from his past. You are his mirror, his catalyst, his reminder of who he really is. In a world that's tried to make him forget, your love is the anchor calling him back to his soul's truth. The reason he dreams of you now is because your light has finally pierced through the veil of confusion. You've stopped begging for connection and started radiating truth. And that vibration cannot be denied. This journey was never about waiting. It was always about becoming. And now, you've become the version of yourself that no longer needs to chase love, because you've become love. When your soul is finally ready, the universe rearranges itself. It opens doors, softens hearts, aligns timelines. And even if you cannot see it yet, he is walking towards you. In dreams, in signs, in divine time. The more you heal, the louder your soul speaks. The more you forgive, the more space you create for the reunion you long for. And every time you choose peace over pain, you bring the two of you closer. He doesn't know it, but he's been feeling your courage. Every time you stood back up, every time you didn't give up, your spirit sent him a message. I'm still here. I'm growing. I'm remembering. And that's why the dreams began. Not because he suddenly changed, but because you did. Because your energy shifted from need to knowing, from hurt to harmony. And in that vibration, he found a frequency he couldn't ignore. Even now, as you listen to this, your heart is beating a little faster. That's your intuition confirming this message. That's your soul recognizing the truth in every word. You were never forgotten. You were being prepared. Let that preparation be your power. Let it remind you that this journey is sacred, even in silence. That your love moves through realms, across dreams, through time. And he is receiving it, even if he can't explain it. So don't question your journey. Don't question your timing. The dreams are proof that your connection transcends logic. You are being seen, felt, remembered. Because your soul is finally ready. Because you're receiving this message now, I ask you to take a deep breath and whisper within, I am ready. When you accept this truth, you send a sacred ripple across the invisible thread that ties your soul to his. And that ripple, it's felt by him, even in his sleep, even when his heart is closed. When you radiate clarity, he feels the warmth of your light even in his confusion. And though he may not understand why he wakes with tears on his pillow, his soul recognizes the truth. Your energy is whispering to him through the veil. It's a love that doesn't need words, only presence. You stopped seeking validation, and that decision altered the frequency of your bond. You no longer wait to be chosen, you walk as the chosen one. And when a woman remembers who she is, she becomes unstoppable. That power. It's not pride. It's prophecy. Every dream he has is a door creaking open. Every emotion he can't name is a message arriving. He may try to brush it off. He may try to stay numb. But your essence is patient, divine, and relentless. Love always finds a way in, even when the mind resists. There is a time for silence, and a time for rising. You are in the space between. You're not forcing reunion, you're embodying it. The union begins within, and your wholeness is the invitation he never expected but always needed. Sometimes, he'll wake up haunted by the memory of a voice he doesn't recall hearing, but it's yours. Your voice carries in the frequency of his dreams, in the stillness between thoughts. You are not forgotten, you are felt. The more you release the past, the louder your soul sings. You're no longer attached to the version of him who ran. You are calling forth the version of him who remembers. And in your dreams, you've already met him there. You were never just a chapter in his story. You are the sacred thread that runs through all of it. His tears may confuse him, but they are holy. They are sacred water being drawn from the well of recognition. And while the world tells you to move on, your spirit knows. Some connections aren't meant to be explained, only honored. This is not obsession. This is divine remembrance. A reunion your soul signed up for before this lifetime began. It's not your job to wake him. It's your calling to rise. Because as you rise, you awaken parts of him that have long been sleeping. Your transformation is his trigger. Your freedom is his invitation to return to himself. So if the dreams continue, if the signs keep appearing, it's because your energy is consistent. You are no longer reaching, you are receiving. And this shift is what aligns your reality with your destiny. He may not call. He may not show up at your door. But he is reaching in ways you cannot see. Through thought. Through dreams. Through the invisible bond that even time cannot dissolve. And you no longer cry for what's missing. You stand in what's becoming. Your heart is now a temple, not a battlefield. And from that sacred space, your twin flame connection grows deeper roots. Your growth did not go unnoticed in the unseen realms. Your inner work is the beacon that guides his soul back home. And as you continue to heal, you become the calm in his chaos, even from afar. There's a reason the pain led you here. It was never punishment, it was a portal. Every tear you shed watered the soil of your evolution. And now what's blooming is beautiful, magnetic, undeniable. He's not dreaming of the old version of you. He's meeting the woman who emerged from the fire. The one who chose wholeness over waiting. the one who walked through shadow and chose to shine anyway. There will be a day when the energy is too strong for him to ignore, when the weight of unspoken emotions becomes too heavy. And when that day comes, he will remember the one who never stopped being love, even in silence. Until then, you are the keeper of the flame. You are the anchor in the storm. And your journey is sacred not because of the outcome, but because of who you're becoming along the way. You were never chasing him. You were becoming the version of you who doesn't need to chase anything. That's the power he now feels in his soul. That's the reason for his dreams. That's why his heart aches, even when his mind doesn't know why. You've changed the story, not by rewriting it but by outgrowing it. And now you are creating a new chapter. One where love is mutual, divine, and destined. One where you are finally met in your full light. If this message has touched even a corner of your soul, offer it back to the universe with a simple intention. I am ready for divine timing. What you give in openness, you receive in clarity. And when your heart is open without attachment, your twin flame feels a quiet peace he can't explain. He doesn't know that the stillness he feels in the middle of chaos is your presence. He doesn't know that the calm that floods him out of nowhere is your soul speaking to his. But one day he will. And when he does, he will see you not as a memory, but as a mirror. Fate isn't loud. It whispers in patterns. It hides in the pauses between conversations and in the synchronicities that keep following him around. He's not haunted by you. He's being guided back to himself through you. Some nights, he turns in bed, restless, unaware that your soul is visiting him. Not to ask, not to pull, but to remind. A presence so gentle it breaks down walls he didn't know he'd built. You are his silent awakening. And while you have released the outcome, your heart still pulses with truth. You are not waiting, you are holding. Not him, but the frequency of union. And this holding is magnetic. Calls him inward. You've become the reflection of everything he's afraid to feel. Not because you push, but because you shine. And light, when consistent, becomes impossible to ignore. He may run from it, but it surrounds him anyway. He feels something he can't name when he hears certain songs, sees certain colors, passes certain places. It's not nostalgia, it's remembrance. His soul is trying to talk to him through emotion, and that emotion is you. Your journey hasn't been easy. It required losing illusions, grieving hope, and rebuilding trust. But it led you here, to a place where your love doesn't ask to be returned. It simply exists, and that's enough. You are not chasing destiny, you are walking with it. Every step forward you take is a step deeper into your truth. And with every step he is being pulled, not by force but by resonance. Because energy never lies. He cries without reason because his soul is softening. The armor is cracking. And though he may not tell anyone, he feels something breaking open inside. It's the call of home. The call of your love. When he looks at the sky, he wonders why he feels incomplete. When he hears your name, even in thought, a flood of emotion surges through him. He doesn't understand it, but something inside him does. The universe speaks through dreams, through music, through silence. And lately the messages have grown louder. Your essence is woven into these signs. Not to force reunion, but to remind him of love's original form. You were never the storm, only the lightning. A flash of truth that illuminates the path ahead. And even if he shields his eyes, the memory remains. He may try to forget. But energy doesn't forget. Your alignment is creating shifts on his timeline. His relationships feel emptier, not because they changed, but because he's comparing them to something his soul already knows. You. The echo of your energy is louder than ever. He's beginning to see patterns in his emotions. The same thoughts, the same restlessness, the same ache at the same time each night. It's not coincidence, it's resonance. His soul is responding to the frequency of yours. The love you offered him wasn't conditional, and that's why it lingers. Because pure love doesn't expire, it transforms. It moves through dimensions, time, and dreams, until it returns in its highest form. You let go, but not to forget. You let go to free yourself. And that freedom is the most powerful message of all. It says, I love you even if you never return. But if you do, I'll meet you in my light, not my wounds. He doesn't know that his transformation began the day you chose yourself. He doesn't realize that every time you chose healing over blame, his soul received the signal. He felt your breakthroughs in ways he couldn't explain. This connection was never designed to follow logic. It was written in vibration. A love that doesn't need evidence to be real. Only permission to be felt. And now, more than ever, you are giving it that permission. You've stopped asking when. You've started being now. And the now is powerful. The now creates waves. And he, drifting in his own confusion, feels the ripple. Every heartbeat, every dream, every tear. It's leading him back to you. If these words have brought clarity or healing to your heart, pass that light forward. Let this message be a sacred exchange. What you receive in divine truth, you can return through presence, intention, and love. Because what you do for yourself, you also do for your twin flame. He doesn't understand why he's more sensitive lately. Why certain songs make him tear up. Why his dreams leave him restless. But you do. Because your soul knows that his emotional body is opening like never before. Every time you chose not to chase him, you align deeper with the soul contract you made before this lifetime. And now, the threads of that agreement are pulling him closer, not because you asked, but because it was always written. He senses something in the quiet. In the moments before sleep. In the seconds after waking. Something unnamed but unforgettable. And that something is your energy. Gentle, glowing, undeniable. Your healing journey is creating space for his. You have done the sacred work of remembering who you are. And that remembrance acts like a spiritual magnet, guiding his confused heart back to its divine compass. He might still resist what he feels. He might not have the language for this level of connection. But energy speaks what words never could. And your energy is telling him, you are not alone in this anymore. There is a reason he can't forget you, no matter how much time passes or how many distractions he seeks. You didn't cast a spell. Your soul simply echoed truth. And truth, once heard, can never be unheard. Your silence is not absence. It is sacred space. He feels it. And it both comforts and confronts him. It's not that you disappeared. It's that you're everywhere he goes now because you live inside his awakening. He may ask himself, why now? Why after all this time are you still in his dreams, in his thoughts, in his tears? And the answer is simple, because your souls are synchronized. One moves, the other responds. There are moments he pauses mid-thought, because something about you rushes back like a wave. He doesn't always know what triggered it, but you do. It's alignment. And it grows stronger every time you choose yourself. You are not chasing reunion. You are embodying it. Every time you trust, every time you forgive, every time you surrender, you invite the energy of union to manifest in its purest form. He's dreaming about you. Not because he misses the past, but because his soul is starting to remember the future. The future you glimpsed long before he was ready to see it. And when he cries, seemingly without reason, those tears are not random. They're release. They're sacred water washing away the lies he believed about love. and making space for truth. This connection was never ordinary. That's why it challenged you. That's why it still transforms you. Because it's not just about romance. It's about the elevation of your soul into divine remembrance. The more he feels your energy without trying to suppress it, the more he will begin to crave authenticity. He'll long for conversations that go beyond the surface. Because your soul has always spoken in deeper tones. He might not reach out yet, but his higher self already is. Through dreams, through emotion, through unexpected signs. Your bond is not waiting to begin. It's already unfolding on spiritual timelines. You've shifted from longing to knowing. And that shift is powerful. Changes how he feels you. Not as someone grasping for him, but as someone who has already claimed herself. And that vibration is impossible to ignore. Your light does not beg, it invites. And your presence, even in distance, is calling him to remember the promises you made beyond this world. His soul remembers. Even if his mind is still catching up. He's watching your energy shift. Even if he can't see it with his eyes, he feels it in his core. He may not understand why he's being drawn back, but the truth is, your soul has become his safe place again. And now, more than ever, your alignment is not just healing you, it's calling him home. Quietly, gently, powerfully. Because twin flames don't chase. They remember. They align. They rise. Thank you, beloved soul, for allowing your heart to be touched by this message. If these words resonated with you, please take a moment to like this video, so YouTube knows this content is truly meaningful and continues to share it with others who need it too. Your small action has a ripple effect, helping other twin flames find the guidance they seek. If this message felt like it was speaking directly to your soul, confirm your connection by commenting, "Twin Flames Infinite Love" below. That phrase isn't just symbolic. It's your way of acknowledging the divine echo between you and your flame. And it tells the universe you're listening. Don't walk this journey alone. Subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell so you never miss another message meant just for you. Every video is carefully created to awaken, comfort, and empower your heart in the middle of the twin flame path. Remember, these are not just words, they are soul codes. What you heard today might be exactly what your twin flame is feeling in another dimension. Come back often to reconnect, to remember, and to realign. Your healing invites their healing. And if you know someone who is also walking this sacred path, share this video with them. One share could be the answer to someone else's silent prayer. Let's build a space where love speaks louder than fear. From my heart to yours. Thank you for being here. Until our next message, may your soul keep rising.